to my channel. My name is Winfred Wangari, and this is another episode of self-discovery and unlocking the mysteries of your mind and your soul. Karibuni sana. Thank you so much for joining. So today we are talking about mental health, what it means, its significance in today's world, and tips that you can use to take care of your mental health. And if you already take care of your mental health, maybe some tips that you didn't know that you can start using. We're in a continuous learning journey, and I think it's always nice to hear out other ideas. So generally, mental health is just the psychological, the emotional, and just the general well-being of a person, like the ability to experience emotions, be able to convey those emotions, and the ability to just be able to interact with people. So it's just a general state of having a positive outlook on life. An important thing to note is that mental health is not just a case of I am healthy, I am unhealthy. It's not clear cut and it's not black or white. So it lies on kind of like a spectrum, whereby on the far end, or on a sliding scale, whereby on the far end you have someone who is okay, really okay, they take care of their mental health. And for this person, that means they are aware of their emotions, their thoughts, and that they can be able to combat challenges in a positive way, or they get solutions to their problems in a positive way, and they generally interact with other people well. So that is someone who's on the far end of the spectrum. They have a general positive outlook on life. Then as you move along the scale, there is someone now who is not really aware of the emotions, and this person has mild cases of anxiety or mild signs that show that they have anxiety and they're not able to cope with stressful situations in an easy way. Then now as you move further along the spectrum, there's now the anxiety disorders. These are people who when they encounter challenges or just on their normal day-to-day lives, they are always anxious and they have a negative outlook towards life. They encounter so many challenges and they are unable to cope with them in a good way, and they end up going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into things like depression. And then it is easy for someone to move along that spectrum. You could be on the far end where everything is okay with you, but certain circumstances or environments can make you just move slowly towards the middle of the spectrum, maybe due to job loss, or you lose a family member or a close friend or a partner. Something like a death can take a toll on you, or something like encountering violence in whatever form. It could be anything, and things like that, big things like that, can move you from being in an optimal mental health state to being depressed. And the other way around, you can be depressed, but there are things you can do, or maybe help if you seek professional help, or just tips that you can use that can move you slowly towards that far end of optimal mental health. So yeah, because like life is full of challenges and different encounters, so you can't always be like that. But that's why I'm saying it's not black or white. So you need some tips that can help you always maintain taking care of your mental health to prevent you from going to the other far end. Yeah, so that's what we're talking about today, and I'm going to go straight into it. So some of the tips you can use, the first one is mindfulness. So mindfulness is basically the ability to become aware of your emotions and your thoughts. You are aware when you are feeling the way that you do. You can acknowledge that you are thinking about certain things. You can acknowledge that they are negative. You can acknowledge that you are feeling negative emotions, and then you're not judging it. You're not judging your thoughts or your emotions in a negative way. You acknowledge that having this thought is just a normal brain activity, and that you're a human being, and this is absolutely inevitable. You cannot always maintain a positive outlook on life or positive thinking throughout your life, you know, because you're human. So it's just a normal brain activity whereby you just think of things, you know. So being mindful allows you to experience these emotions, but now react to them in a more intentional way. Like, instead of reacting by being agitated, you're just more calm and you're more relaxed, because you know it's just a normal brain activity and it's a normal thing to feel the way that you do. So when you are mindful, you are going to be able to develop a sense of clarity, and when you have this sense of clarity, it will reduce the intensity and frequency in which you worry about things. This means that in the end, you'll be able to have peace of mind. When you have peace of mind, that means that you are on the far end of the scale, the optimal mental health state, whereby you are not always stressed about things. Something you can do to practice mindfulness depends on a variety of things. Some people practice meditation because it brings you into that calm state. Some people go for walks, and some people just maybe practice deep breathing, because when you're there in the moment, you're just breathing in and out. Like, during that moment, you're disengaging from the rumination, from the thoughts that you're thinking about. If you're constantly ruminating, it helps you disengage from that. And okay, when you're there, when you're practicing mindfulness, or maybe in the sense of meditation or now deep breathing, it's not to say that your mind won't wander. Your mind, yes, will wander, especially if you're not a pro. So yes, your mind will wander, but the thing is that you'll try and always get back to that moment. And that's why when you practice more, it becomes easier for you. Yes, so you can try those tips to be mindful. Number 2 is self-care. So self-care is exactly what it is: taking care of yourself. That's emotionally, physically, mentally. So you can do this by always making sure that you prioritize rest and sleep. Like, you might be having the worst day ever, or you're feeling so bad, or you're overworking yourself, or you're in just a situation where you just feel anxious and stressed. So always try to prioritize rest. If you're feeling burnt out, if you're feeling tired, always prioritize rest and sleep, because by the way, most of the time, these are the things that lead someone into feeling bad about themselves, because now you have pressured yourself so much. So take care of yourself by prioritizing sleep and rest. Another form of self-care is physical activity, and this doesn't mean rigorous workouts or anything. Yes, if you're a person who loves exercises and working out, good for you. And then for those who feel that it's too much for them, you can just do the small things you love. Even dancing is moving your body, as long as you just move your body. Even if it's dancing, if it's yoga, even if it's just stretching, just often take care of your body by moving your body. Like for me, I love walking, and sometimes I do yoga. And yeah, just do something with your body, engage your body. And then something else is you can do for self-care is setting boundaries, setting healthy boundaries. Like, no matter the situation, if it's work-wise, you have certain boundaries with work, so that you don't find yourself overworking or over-pressurizing yourself. If it's relationship-wise, if it's with your friends or with your partner or with your family members, always have boundaries. It's a form of self-care, so that their needs do not overlap with your own needs. This enables you to put yourself first always. Another form of self-care is developing healthy coping mechanisms. If you're going through a rough time, find something that you can do to always get you through that rough time, but something that is meaningful, something that is healthy, like journaling. Because when you're journaling, you're pouring out all your feelings there. You're literally talking to yourself, and once you're able to get that out, it becomes easier for you. Also, if you're an artistic person, just find something, you know, always make it an inspiration. Just draw something, you know, or create something, make art, whatever it is, but make sure you have the right channel, the right healthy channel of coping with your situation. Like even if it's something as simple as, like for me, if I am feeling any type of way, I just like to put on a good old comedy movie, a romantic comedy, drama comedy, whatever it is, but something that will make me laugh. And during that like 1.5 hours, I'm going to laugh so much, and my head will just be there, my brain will just be there, and I will not be thinking about anything else. Then now by the time I'm finishing the movie, I'm like, I'm not feeling as bad as I was before I started watching the movie. I don't know, for some reason that always helps me. So just find something. So find something that can help you, you know, go through the situation. And then now we are going on to move on to the next point of taking care of your mental health, which is gratitude. So gratitude is just the art of being grateful and thankful for every single thing in your life. No matter the downs, it doesn't matter what you're going through. If you try and look around, you're going to find something that is meaningful to you. You're going to find something that you can thank God for. You can be thankful for life, like be thankful that you have a roof over your head. I know this is so cliche, it's been said so many times, always be thankful, but it's true. Like amidst all the bad things that you think are happening to you or that are happening to you, you are still lucky in some way. It's just that we are human beings, and it's like we are always wired to just be negative, you know. And so that being said, it's normal, you know. I'm not saying that you just be overly optimistic, where every time you're just positive, or every time you're just thankful. But yes, sometimes it does help. But in this life where challenges are everywhere, left, right and center, so it is normal to complain, you know. But gratitude helps you come back to that place of calmness. Like gratitude brings you back. Gratitude is just a way of helping you overcome that situation. When you're stressed, you're just using gratitude as a way of making you less stressed. When you're anxious, you're just using gratitude as a way to help you become less anxious. Okay, so it's not a constant thing of you're always being grateful for everything. Of course, you're a human being, and it will come a time where everything just seems extremely bad, extremely out of control, you know, and you cannot see anything good in your life. But now gratitude just helps you during that moment of weakness, during that moment of, you know, discouragement. Gratitude helps you, okay, I might be going through all these, but I still have food on my table, but I still can't sleep, you know, but I have a roof over my head, but I have loving family members, I have good friends, you know. It brings you back, and that's the essence of gratitude. Another tip for mental health care is self-compassion. I have talked about this in my last video, so if you haven't watched it, you can just go and check it out. So generally it's just the idea of treating yourself in a kind way, like you would your friend. And when you're loving towards yourself, you find that you are less anxious, or you're less worried, you know. So always just be compassionate to yourself, so that you can feel good about yourself. And of course, when you feel good about yourself, it affects like the general outlook of your life. Generally now you're just going to be a positive person, and when you encounter challenges, you're going to be able to go through them because you love yourself so much, and you're not going to put so much pressure on yourself. Yes. And then the other thing is engaging in meaningful hobbies or activities. So always make it a point to engage in something that you love doing. Like I'd mentioned earlier, find that one thing that you love doing, like the hobby. If you're an artist and you love drawing, always make time for that one thing that you love. And if it's you're an outdoor kind of person, always make time to go for those hikes, to go for those nature walks, you know. If you're a person who loves sports, always make a point to just engage yourself, because when you engage yourself in those activities, it's very hard for you to be thinking about the challenges in your life. Because when you're hiking, you're not hiking and you're just thinking about how I am so stressed up, you know. So it helps you release that energy. And it's very important also to try and learn new things. And always also try and engage in physical activities. Like, yes, I said I love watching movies, but I am challenging myself to just find a better hobby that is engaging my body, like bicycle riding. So I am going to learn how to ride a bicycle and then I want to make that my hobby. You just have that one thing that you love doing, that one thing that you can go back to when you're feeling happy and when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling anxious and when you're feeling relaxed. Just have that something that you can always look forward to. Another tip is being part of something. Like, be out there. You can involve yourself in a club or a community. Like, just be part of a group, because this helps reduce the feelings of isolation. And when you have a group, that group of course has a shared connection or have a shared goal, so you feel like you are part of something. So it boosts like that sense of belonging, which is something that is very vital in human beings. So just make sure you are part of something, you know, have a group of people that do things together. This is of course apart from your own hobbies that you love doing, or from your friends, or something like that. Just be part of something else. Like for me, I'm planning, once I learn how to ride a bicycle, I am definitely joining like a cycling group or something, so that like I can just have something that I'm part of. Yeah, so if you love reading, just look for a book club, join it. If you're the kind of person that loves like helping the community and things, join these groups where they go and see the less fortunate and help them. Just be part of something, and that will help you a great deal. And then the last point is that you should always keep your family, friends close. Always make time for them. Make time for your friends and family, guys. You know, when you're feeling happy, just go see your family, go see your friends, make time for them, go hang out, do something. Okay, when you're feeling bad, do the same thing. So what happens is that when you have at least people that care about you and who you care about, it's easier for you when you're going through tough times and challenges. So when you're going through tough times, you won't feel like you're all alone in this world. You'll remember, but I have my best friend. You'll remember, I have my brother who gets me so much. You'll remember, I have my mom, I have my dad, I have my uncle. You know, I have that friend of mine. So it's going to be easier for you to approach them. So just make a point of having people that you love, so that they can support you. And remember that you cannot exist alone. Just try and be out there with your loved ones. And in conclusion, I'd just like to say that just prioritize your mental health. Just love yourself, take care of yourself, seek support if you need support, and kindly please, guys, don't be judgmental when someone says they have anxiety issues, or they are always, you know, they are always just feeling bad about themselves or feeling bad about life. Don't be judgmental. Oh, she's always complaining. Oh, he's always whatever. We all encounter challenges. Don't be judgmental. Just support them in any way that you can, because mental health is real and we should talk about it more often to maybe reduce the stigma around it. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in. I am so thankful for you for clicking on this video, and if you have found those tips useful, please use them, and also please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also share the video to your friends. Thank you. See you on the next one. Bye.